Alright, y'all. I have no idea if it's working or not. I'm just gonna say fuck it and just yeah. I'm just gonna say fuck it and hope it shows up there later. Um, it's just it's just a complete fucking waste of time. You know, even if they were, you know, willing to listen at all, does it even matter? If people were stupid enough to vote for something like that, just leave them in the fucking dust. What is the point of debating a vegetable for, like, entertainment? Dude, it's not entertainment. There is nothing about this that's funny. And they want to sit there and laugh, oh my god, they're so retarded. Yeah, and that's sad, bro. It's sad that we live in a world with people like this. Like, I'm not impressed. I'm actually really fucking annoyed that people think that this is somehow okay. Like, as I said again, right-wing retards, left-wing losers. The right-wing retards are so retarded and down and worthless. But what does that make you? The literal scum sucker. The literal... You are literally... You are seriously a funnel for their asses. They sit there and fart into the mic, and you platform it, and you act like you're somehow doing God's work. You're somehow objectively right when you're literally just perpetuating anger. Like, there's nothing is going to come out of this. Nothing. You do nothing, you have done nothing, and you will continue to do nothing. All of your so-called efforts to fight for democracy and do the right thing and expose the truth. Everybody already knows. Anybody who doesn't already know should be left in the dirt, dude, because you are just going to sit there and waste your breath over and over and over again. And it makes me think, what about you? What about you? Are you gonna listen to this? Probably not. So why even bother? Why do I even bother? You know? And it's like, yeah, I want to kind of go back to this as a frame of reference and, you know, kind of put it together and make an actual coherent video about it, but at the same time, like, what about you? What about you? Are you even worth saving? Are you this... Like, if you're this fucking stupid to just literally sniff the farts of these retards, then you're not worth my time. You're not worth saving. You're not worth even talking to. Like, what's worse?
Taka will forge whatever tool you need as soon as he's free. But after that,
what's worse than
we're leaving the island.
You've seen what the Mongols are doing here. Lord Shimura can stop them.
What's worse than a murderer?
Help us fight for a home.
Or anything bad, you know?
Home.
Like, is it worse to do something atrocious, or is it worse to know better and sit by and do nothing?
My friend lives in Azamo Prefecture.
Like,
on the border
peaceful protest, peaceful protest.
I've been saying for years that all these pathetic protests are fucking worthless. You sit there with your pretty little sign, you wave it around, you do your cool little chant, no peasants, no pigs, no justice, no pigs. Shut the fuck up. You're pathetic. You're all fucking pathetic. You're just sitting there, underlings, little pathetic little cuck underlings. You're doing nothing. You're gonna keep doing nothing. Okay? Like, literally go outside and look around. The world is somber and dead. Okay? Your creativity is gone, and all you do is keep sucking the ass of these right-wing retards who are gonna keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're gonna keep saying the same thing over and over and over, and you'll get nowhere.
They see everything.
You just keep doing the same fucking thing over and over and over again. Like, and this is, like, I've said this in this stream, these 2 streams or whatever,
You love him.
so many times, and that is, like, the whole thing. They just do the same thing over and over again, and they act like they aren't better than that. Like, they aren't literally so far fucking above this. Like, the fact that they have ever even validated it once, even just one debate, one single debate with these mouth breathers, it gets nowhere, dude. It gets nowhere. The ones who are smart enough to figure it out, if ever there was a debate that resulted in someone learning something, they would have figured it out. You never needed to do that. And it is literally screaming at brick walls. It's pathetic. It is fucking pathetic. And I don't like talking about that, because people are right. They're all right. They're smart. But they're acting like idiots. And I can't just sit here and act like they're not acting like idiots. Like, you're literally putting yourself beneath the stupidest people on the fucking planet and validating them and platforming them. Like, these people don't deserve voices on your 200,000 subscriber YouTube channel. They don't deserve it, my guy. And it's like, nobody is saying this. How has nobody figured that out? That this is all a massive fucking waste of time. We already know the game. You don't need to hear the 15,000th fucking thing that Trump did. You don't. You already know what he's doing. Anybody who doesn't can be left in the dirt because they don't matter. You think they're ever going to contribute to society? They're not. If they're stupid enough for this, hell fucking no. Let them die, bro. Like, just shut up. Think of something. Think. Do anything. But no. You're just gonna keep mowing your lawns and poisoning the dirt with your weed killer, and going to your shitty gas station job, and going to the same fucking Walmart, and it's Democrats. Dude, so there's this guy, his name is Tacoma. I'm using his real name because I really don't give a shit. He's probably a fucking ICE agent, so, you know, he deserves it. Anyway, he was like, bro, we just put tariffs on China. We just put the same tariffs on China that they had on us. And my friend Gabe, he was like, oh, what even made it to the point where we needed to do that? And he's like, Democrat, like, in that same voice. Like, you, dude, sometimes I would think that, you know, Parker and all these fucking losers who just sit there and, you know, have meaningful conversations with literal vegetables, you know, who sit there and talk to carrots, you know, like actual fucking mental patients, like just talking to inanimate objects. Like, sometimes I thought that was all fake. Like, that they hired somebody to sit on here and say this nonsense, or even that it's just trolls, you know? But dude, it's real. It is so real, and you can't even imagine it. They are literal cartoon characters. Like, motherfuckers actually voted for that. Like, they actually voted for it. They actually did, bro. They actually did. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic because they don't even know what they're talking about. They just say it. They just say it. Nothing's really changing here. Nothing. You people are freaking out, but nothing really changed for us. Isn't that what you fucking wanted? Like, dude, yeah, we know. We know they are stupid. We know they are vegetables. So, like, why am I even making this video? And it is just in the hope to save the actual intellectual, worthwhile people who are trapped in this, you know, cycle of insanity. You know, I'm hoping that if I make a video and actually, like, I can't be mean the way I have, you know. I say a lot of harsh words, but it's just because I'm really passionate about it, and it is pathetic. But there's no need for me to be mean about it, you know. That's not gonna help, you know. But it's facts, you know. It's pathetic, dude. You're just platforming retards. That's all it is. You know, I struggle to, like, think of ideas too, because like that's just my experience. Like it gets to the point where you just have brainworms and you can't, like, you don't even feel like going out of your way to be creative and think of ideas, because, like, all of it, you know, you don't feel good when you just hear over and over and over, you're a slave, you're a slave, you're a slave, we live in hell, we live in hell, there's ice ages killing babies. Like, you gotta say something else. You gotta think. Like, also be entertaining too. The thing is, people eat now. Like, my parents never used to turn on the TV and eat. Like, we never used to watch TV here. It was always like we had our things going on. We had, you know, people lived. But now it's like our entire lives are consumed. You wake up, you eat your breakfast, you tune into your favorite show, which is just left-wing guy saying the same thing over and over again. Damn, I almost got that. Hold on. Let me lock in real quick. Hold on. Just fucking. Oh, okay. But yeah, like, dude, it's just, and like, my parents sat down for dinner the other night and, you know, made this fucking tomato soup. Fucking gas. If you don't like tomato soup, there's something wrong with you. And they turned on the news, you know, and they just sat there in silence listening to the news. And it was like talking about someone in Sioux Falls, the town on the other side of the state, how somebody got shot. And it's like, well, how is this any different from literally watching videos of Palestinian babies get brutally murdered whilst eating? Like, it's just like the most inhumane, like, human things that we cherish are corrupted now. And you don't even want to think about it. You just ignore it. And it's like, everybody knows that. You're not supposed to eat and watch videos of people fucking lying to you and scamming you. Like, you're, like, back in the day, my parents would never, like, as a kid, I used to want to like watch cartoons and like TV and stuff whilst eating, but they wouldn't let us. You know, they would make us turn off the TV. But now, while they're eating dinner, they watch the fucking news. Like, dude, what are you doing? You told, like, we never used to do that. And like, how am I now the one who is lame and doesn't want the TV on at dinner? And it's like, I didn't sit down with them because I can't. I can't sit there and listen to the fucking news and eat. Like, I have to be, if I'm gonna listen to something current while eating, it has to be constructive. It has to be, you know, ideas and optimism. Like, just listening to the daily report of more babies died today. More babies killed with your tax dollars. Fucking loser. Haha. Haha. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. It's like, dude, you're poisoning your brain. You are poisoning your brain. And it's like, what do you do? What is the first thing you do? Every day. You come upstairs and you turn on the TV and watch it all because you're obsessed. You can't look away. And I don't blame you because it's scary and you want to know what's going on. But like, you are poisoning yourself and we're not getting anywhere. It's the same thing with, you know, people who just debate vegetables. And like, dude, I don't care. I'm gonna keep calling them vegetables because that's how they act. If they want to smarten up and earn some respect, they can. But they're not gonna. So they're vegetables. I'm sorry. Like, that's just it. Dude, that's just it. That's what it is. Let's do... God, I really have to fucking... Damn, I didn't even finish this. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna do this quest. I fucking love this game. See, dude, like, I don't want to talk about this. I wanna make videos. Like, actual videos. But how can I do this? How can I do anything when literally my senses are being filled up with poison? Just every day. Every single day. Your friends and family are being scammers. Your entire economy is OnlyFans and gambling. Like,
Don't move.
okay.
Sensei Ishikawa.
So everything I'm doing is pointless and nobody's gonna care. Alright. It's like, dude, build a new economy. Do something different. Be creative. Stop going to the same stores. Same things that are owned by the same companies that also own the gambling and also own the OnlyFans. Like, it's all the same shit. Dude, think creatively. Start new trade deals. Start doing things without permission. Stop paying your taxes. And it's like, dude, I go back to the point of...
Help me save him.
I can't. My student is missing.
I go back to the point of my medical bills.
I will help you.
I didn't pay that shit.
Then you can both help me free Lord
And
Shimura.
what? They didn't come. Nobody came here to break my thumbs.
Try and keep up, Sakai.
Ain't nobody touched me for it. They just stopped texting me. They didn't get their $700. Their bitch asses. That's all you have to do. Just stop doing what you're doing. It's the same thing with, I think it's Iran, you know? Like, all those women. And, you know, there's still vermin over there who wear the wraps because they think they deserve hell.
I don't
you
know
know.
yet.
You'd better find out quickly.
Who are like, oh, these filthy women, they're not doing what the books say, you know? But they didn't care.
I can help
They
track
just
your student.
collectively
I need no help
stopped,
tracking
and
Tomoe.
nobody did shit.
Tomoe.
Nobody did
A
shit.
woman. From what clan?
You know, you can't just kill every woman
She can
in
outshoot any
Iran
samurai
because
I know.
they decided to stop
Even
Like,
you,
no, that's
Sakai.
gonna be a bloodbath, and they're too pussy to do it. It's the same fucking
The
thing
last
here.
time I saw you was
Just
10
stop
years
paying your
ago.
taxes.
You came to study
Just
with me.
stop going to
You
work.
remember?
I
Quit your
remember most of
job.
the
Quit your
students I
shitty
reject.
job
Instead,
that
you
is
took
owned by a
this
company
Tomoe
that
as your
sucks.
student.
You showed promise.
And it's like, yeah, it's so easy for me to say, just find a new job. Maybe don't find a new job. Maybe start a business. Maybe do something else. Maybe, you know, start being more communal. Like, buddy, capitalism don't work. It don't work. No matter how much you want to sit here and act like it's objectively right and it's the American way. Yeah, the American way of making poor slaves. Like, yeah, great. Great country, dude. Every other country in the world has free healthcare, and they pay you to go to college. But yeah, you want to talk about America is so beautiful. It's pathetic. It is fucking pathetic. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna keep saying this. I'm not gonna keep talking about it. You know, I'm probably gonna make, if that, one video.
The Mongols took Fort Nakayama.
And,
The patrol likely came from there.
That's close
you know,
to the hot springs.
The town will be the next to fall.
getting all
Something
of this
happened here.
An ambush. Look around.
frustration out in this recording because nobody's gonna watch it.
Rice and millet.
It doesn't matter.
Left uneaten.
The attack was sudden.
And then, you know, hopefully make a video about it, being more cordial and more proficient and come with some more ideas,
A Japanese
you
quiver.
know, about, like, what can you do to actually, you know, produce things. Like, what can you grow in your state? What can you,
But not much.
No
you know,
one died. I fear the worst.
how do you build things? How do you build shelters? How do you, what do you do with the resources that are directly available to you? Stop importing everything from California. You are literally
or captured.
creating a relationship
Interrogation. Torture.
in which you are useless. When you rely, it's the same thing with the tariffs, dude. We are so reliant on all these countries. Like, we don't make shit. We don't do shit here.
Your student. Where
You
would
know?
they take her?
People have said this millions of times, and it doesn't matter. You know, what's new?
I should have fought the Komodo
What's
with
new?
Better you
Make
didn't.
stuff.
You lost
What can
enough
you
there.
make where you
Why did the
live?
samurai fail?
The
Come with
Mongols
those
fought like
ideas
animals.
instead of just saying the same
Saw
thing
with my
everybody's
own
already
eyes.
said. Like,
Archer's aim relies not on eyes,
always
but on
gambling.
body,
We know.
mind, and spirit.
Who are you talking to right now? Surely you're not talking to the right wing,
Stop here.
because they
We
don't
need to talk.
they don't have brains.
What's wrong?
You're not you're just throwing darts
This bow
once again
was a gift
with
to
the
me from
blindfold
Lord
on.
Nagaru many years ago.
It's a beautiful
So
weapon.
you're not talking to
Of
me
course it is.
because I already
There's
know
nothing
these
more
things.
painful to me than
That's
a
not
perfect
helping my
bow
situation.
ineptly used.
You're not talking to yourself
It's a good
because
thing
you
you're
already
giving
know.
it to
It's
me.
not helping your
Who
situation.
said anything about giving?
And you're not talking
Prove you can
to the
shoot
vegetables
straight.
because they don't
I'll
have
let you
brains.
borrow it.
So start
Try it
saying
out before we
something
go into
new
battle.
instead of just constantly
Aim for that
reporting
lamp
and
closest to
reporting
us.
and reporting and reporting and shit.
Now the one
Literal.
further down the road. On the left.
How am I not hitting that? Oh wait, no, it's this one.
Not bad. Let's see if you can hit the one
But
further.
like, dude, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, so if that,
How does it feel?
if I
Like it
even
was
do
made
it,
for me.
you
It
know,
wasn't. So take good care of it.
like y'all gotta figure this out,
Go.
okay? Because I like. I'm gonna just
Bow
make
like this
videos
would have
about
helped at
fucking
Komoda.
agriculture and shit. I'm
But
just gonna go
victory
to
is won
school
by
for ag, and
warriors, not weapons.
You haven't seen the Mongols fire weapons.
apparently now
They
there's
have not
lots
yet
of
won.
jobs in agriculture too because all the Mexicans who actually do that work got deported. You know, I'm the only white boy in the fucking country.
I hope your student is inside.
I don't have to clarify that that's hyperbole. I don't have to clarify shit to you. I'm the only white boy ever, probably in this state, you know, who would be willing to do that with his hands. I mean, I talked to this guy.
This spot is perfect.
His name is Carter. I'm using his real name
find a way
because I don't give a
Open the
fuck.
gate.
His name is Carter.
You always charge into
He's
battle
a
with your
retard too.
Agamot half-tied.
He just is, he's like, AI is gonna cut out. That's gonna be revolutionary for farm work. That's gonna.
When they open the gates,
First of all, how?
strike.
The longer we delay,
Makes no sense.
Tomoe
AI is a complete and utter waste of water. Like, that's not good for the environment. That's not gonna help you with farming at all.
those barrels could do some damage.
We'll find
But it's
out.
like, dude, you want to sit here and say you don't want to do that with your hands? You're pathetic,
Mongols
and you don't
refuse
deserve
stinging
it.
of insects and arrows.
Get on your fucking knees and dig.
An arrow in those
This
hanging
world
lights will
gives
pick up
you
sparks.
everything. You owe it
And start
to the world.
fires.
But no, you're above that. You're above that. And AI is revolutionary, and that's gonna cut out so much work for agriculture.
Distract the
Like,
enemy,
no.
and rain
That's not what
arrows
we're
at their
doing.
heads.
Then we
Get
storm
on
the
your
fort.
fucking knees and dig.
Now we wait.
You ingrate. Like, no, absolutely fucking
They're
not.
opening the gates.
Wait for my
And
signal.
it's just because you want to keep up your American way of being useless and just partying and doing nothing with your life. That's all these people are. That's all they are. Just the same thing over and over and over. Damn. Nope. Fuck. Dude, I keep doing that. So, I mean, that's kind of the long and short of it. Just, you know, it's like, it's such a paradox, because, like, the idea is like, hey, come with ideas. Also, I have no ideas. But it's not like I have no ideas. Like, gotta teach your kids about plants. Teach your kids about construction. And allow people to use the resources, you know? Like, here in South Dakota, you want to act like leaving these pine trees around, you know, is good for the environment. Dog, it's a tinderbox. It's good. It's ready to blow, and it has multiple times. Like, cut the trees down and use them. That's what it was in the first place. You know, it was a lumber yard, and then it just spread and spread and spread, and people decided that, you know, we had to keep all of these trees here. And it's like, yes, they're beautiful. I agree. But dog, we are tired of importing lumber from other places that they're no longer going to do business with us. That's the thing they don't get. You don't want to use the resources you have here. You want to import everything. You want to be a consumer nation. You don't want to produce anything. Fine. Don't ruin your relationships with them, and that's what they do. They cheerlead this fuck you. Yeah. They cheerlead ruining business relationships and act like it's art of the deal. And they're gonna lose everything. And they're gonna sit there and not change the laws and say, oh, we can't cut down those trees, that's for people who own the land. Like, my guy, stop. Use the land around you. You know, people have no right, especially if you worked for it, if you worked for this land, like that even if it's a little tiny piece, which is obviously wrong, objectively, that's not how the world works, you know. You don't have your little slice of life for working 50 hours more than that, 70 hours a week for like nothing, and you're not even allowed to do anything with it. You have to keep it nicely maintained. You're not allowed to grow shit on it. You have to, like, you're cucked. You're cucked first of all, and second of all, be proficient. Literally use the ground around you and grow something. But it's all, no, you can't be that. You can't do, no, you can't seriously do that. That's not gonna work. Yeah, because people aren't going to go for it. Like, all these investors who have billions of dollars aren't gonna go for it, and you have to appease them. Oh. Okay. Good for you. Enjoy having no health care and losing every business relationship that you have ever accumulated. Like, dude, there is no shortage of resources. There is no shortage of land. I am so fucking sick of that, dude. The problem is, we're getting more people. Well, first of all, we're not getting more people because we're not having sex. And we know that. Gen Z ain't having sex. Like, they're just not. The only Gen Z people who are having sex are vegetables. And we know where they're going. So, like, dude, just use what you have. And you're gonna have to, you know, so stop acting like that's not a valid point. Like, they're not suddenly just gonna say, oh, okay, well, we'll actually accommodate for your retardation. And we'll actually keep trading with you, and you know. Like, it's not sustainable. It's not going to work anymore. We're no longer going to be a consumer nation. You're going to have to actually cultivate your land and survive somehow. Either that or it's going to be dog eat dog. And you don't want to see that, buddy. Trust me. So either you come correct with some ideas on how to grow things and how to create an economy and how to trade and, you know, build your own houses. Stop getting Mexicans to do it because you deported all of the Mexicans, so they can't do it. Now you're gonna have to. You know, I know your bitch ass doesn't want to fucking, like, we're not gonna go to the gas station and work 70 hours a week just to barely get by for a 1-bedroom apartment. That's not how it works, dude. So, you know, learn how to build houses and do it.
And the others, the bodies we
Like,
found.
it's time to grow up.
The enemy, and they recruited her.
Please.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm gonna try and start this project, where I clear out Falling Rock because, you know, all the kids here in Rapid, they like to go out to Falling Rock and throw their trash over the edge because they think it's so funny. And they're worthless, and they don't deserve to breathe. Where's homie going? But obviously those can be earned. You know, you can redeem yourself. You know, even the vegetables, they can redeem themselves if they just learn. They're not going to, but that's not the point. The point is that things can be done. You know, things can be, you know, thought of. Ideas can be had.
I demand an answer.
She attacked me.
It just,
Not bandits.
you know, it's just a matter of doing it. It's just a matter of waking up and sitting there in silence and letting your mind explore. Think. Dude.
Judge me.
Do not lie to me.
I can't let Tomoe.
Alright, so I just did an audio test. We're good. It might be a little bit off, but I think I'm talking clearly enough. I'll be able to come back here for the reference.
Victory is won by warriors, not weapons.
Yeah, victory is won by warriors, not weapons. And that's what we're gonna have to do here. Since we don't even have weapons,
And when the time comes,
you can't fight back, so we're gonna have to be stronger than that, and
We'll
build a
prepare
new
to hunt
economy. Whatever
You
that
ready?
looks like, I don't know
to my
yet.
dojo.
We can't rescue my uncle alone.
But don't
He
act
won't
like
be able to
you
join our
do.
fight.
Fine lady.
Don't
Masako
act like you're
Adachi.
so much better than me
If she's
because
still alive. She's one
This
of the
is so
finest warriors in the
hypocritical because you don't actually have any idea. And it's so easy for you to sit up here on your high horse and say that we're pathetic when you don't even have any ideas.
like, okay, that's fine, that's fair. So are you gonna go back to being a funnel for the regime? That's what I thought. Exactly. It's like it's like it's like the wrong takeaway every single time. Every single time you hear that and you just think, how do I put this? I fucking love this game so much. I'm gonna just focus on the game for a second, dude, and then we'll get back to this discussion. I only have like 30 minutes left, by the way. I gotta go. I gotta go do some shit today, but yeah, bro, this is totally my top 5. You know, this game for a while it wasn't like, you know, it didn't particularly stick out in my mind for some reason. I liked it. You know, I loved Samurai. I've always thought Samurai were so cool, but for some reason in recent years, and I have played the new one, Ghost of Yotei, and I think that has also contributed a lot to my love of this game. You know, it's just phenomenal, dude. You know, I don't want to lose this. And that's why I kind of pulled my tongue a little bit on the communist talk. Like, no, we shouldn't just go back to the Stone Age and turn off all the sources of power, you know. But we gotta find something new at the same time. You know, we love having, you know, sophisticated things like this that are, you know, we love our comforts, and we don't have to lose it. That's the thing. We don't have to go down the Fallout timeline. Like, it doesn't have to be done. You can find a solution to these problems. You know, but to act like going down the same road we've been going down is the solution is just so delusional, because not only are there other options, but that will directly result in losing the things that we've grown to love so much, like this, and our nice heated houses, and you know, our cars and all this stuff. Like, we're gonna lose that if we don't change up our strategy, and that is the ignorance that I find so bothersome. You want to act like you're so, like, you want to act like everybody's wrong when they say shit like that. But, like, you're gonna lose everything, dude. Stop acting like you're not gonna lose everything. Like, you're not a scientist. You don't understand climate science. You don't. I guarantee you, if you had the pursued interest to go into that field, you'd be changing your tune. Because there's no money in that, and they want to act like it's all a scam. There's zero money in that kind of science, because nobody validates it. Nobody thinks it's hot. Nobody thinks it's new and flashy. Nobody cares. So to act like there's any money in these things, these truthful things that people always claim, oh, you're a sellout. I think it was advantageous for your career to claim that you were raped. I think it was advantageous for your career to go trans. I think you realized that you were losing traction and you decided to go trans. And then their numbers directly drop after going trans. Like, it's the same fucking shit, dude. People say things. People say things, you know, because they believe in what it is. The fact that anybody who says the actual truth and stands up for what is right is ridiculed and mocked. Nobody's gonna do that because it's advantageous for their career. Because it directly isn't, and that's something you can check. Like, that's just facts, dude. That's just facts. You know, there's no... Selling out is always directly correlated to doing something that is objectively wrong. Like, you know, gambling. Selling Amazon, like drop shipping or brand, what is that? What is it? What's that new thing? Brand, like where people just, you know, get on there and shill for brands they don't give a fuck about, you know. And, you know, it's very contested, but I don't think it's, you know, I don't think you're an angel, but OnlyFans. Actually, no, because it's not, it's just my opinion. It's kind of dumb, but at the same time, I do recognize that most girls aren't actually making that much money. It's just this kind of you know, those huge OnlyFans are super puffed up, you know. They get more traction because they're you know, money gets pumped into them. They get advertised and pushed in comment sections, and it's like, you know, girls who are just like that and want to do it for fun and like have an extra source of income. Like, they're not really that much of a problem, but it is just the kind of the general sense behind it. Like, you know, it's just because what it does ruin your reputation. It really does. You know, whether you think that's right or not. I don't want to talk about that shit anymore. It's fucking irritates me. The larger point though, I think you get is that, like, dude, people do what's right, not for their own benefit, but because they think it's right. You know, anytime somebody sells out and, you know, does things for their own benefit, it's usually not something that is actually intending to help the majority. You know, who is really threatened by climate scientists who say that we should wane off of oil and fossil fuels? Who is really threatened by that? Because you want to talk about, oh, we're not really affected, nothing's really changing here with these tariffs. You want to use that same line of thinking? How are you really affected by getting off of fossil fuels, by getting off of oil, by just using your tax dollars that already go for, like, useless things that don't actually benefit you? Like, what's the difference between that and just going off to something else that also doesn't immediately benefit you, that you can't immediately touch and see. Like, the only people who are getting hurt by that are the people who invest in it. You know? You want to act like, oh, we're getting rich. We're getting rich from this oil, from bombing Venezuela and stealing their land. Like, you're not getting rich. It's not helping America, it's helping oil barons. Just the same way that climate science isn't hurting you, isn't hurting America, it's hurting oil barons. That's why they lie and say that one is good and one is bad. Because it's good for them and it's bad for them. They, like, that is their only priority. Like, they own the politicians, they own the broadcasting, they own everything, bro, and it's all oil. So, stupid people are gonna fall for it, easily. And it just gets perpetuated. And then people just go along with it, because where do you even start? You can't convince the majority of people, you know? Because they're just gonna rattle off the same talking points, and it's just not gonna go anywhere. So, what do? Come with ideas, and talk to people who listen. Discuss among yourselves, rather than just always looking into at the guy who's not doing shit, and who's just perpetuating your anger. Like, turn the TV off. Kendrick said it best. And y'all didn't listen to that. TV off, or TV turn, is it TV off? What's that song called? Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Bro, he's talking about you. He's talking about you. Get off your fucking phone, bro. Get off your phone and go talk to your brothers and sisters who you've foregone. You have foregone for flashy things. And it's okay. You can move on. You can move forward. It doesn't have to be like this forever. Yeah, TV off. Listen to that song, bro. Y'all don't, I'm telling you, y'all don't hear him. Y'all don't really hear him. Like, same thing with, Hey Ya. Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance. Bro, you don't hear it. And it's like, yeah, people have made this point before. Like, so many people have made this point before, and to anyone who understands it, I'm just coming off like the most, like, overstated, oversaid, like, oh, this guy thinks he's revolutionary. But my guy, there are genuinely people who are still mind blown. Like, we are on Revolutionary War shit right now, with the blue states not being given federal money. Taxation without representation, my guy. This is 5th grade history shit, and there's still people who are mind blown by that. They don't understand. And so people who do understand, they just think, oh, doesn't everybody know that? I think everybody knows that. No, they don't. And they don't. You would be shocked at how much they don't know that. So, you know, that's why I say discuss among yourselves. Come with ideas. Brainstorm with one another. And learn to not hate each other. Despite how different you are, it's okay. You know? Talk to people who listen. You know, say what you will about the Bible, but don't cast pearls before swine. That is such a... And like, I've said that a lot to people, and they don't really hear me, bro. They don't really hear it, but it is life-changing when you just stop caring about people who are just gonna be retards and like that's it. Like, okay, you have fun with that and move on with your life and talk to people who are like that will create a new world. The entire world will change if we just stop validating people who are stupid. Like on the ground interviews with Trump supporters. You don't believe it. You really think that? Just stop listening to them. Stop talking to them. Stop giving your well thought out, refined knowledge of economy and ethics and morals. Stop giving it to them. There's a reason they're called swine. You know, because pigs don't care what it is. Pigs don't care if it's a seasoned piece of steak. If it's a seasoned piece of steak or if it's shit out of your ass, they don't care. They're gonna do the same thing. Don't cast pearls before swine. Like, it doesn't matter how right you are, they're not gonna listen. So stop talking to them. That is the whole point. And it's like, how do I put that into a video that's nice and neat and like will actually perpetuate forward thinking, you know, when everybody is just so focused on the downside of it all. Like, we're not gonna get anywhere like that, guys, and I know it's hard to just to say that. Like, where do we even start? Well, we gotta start somewhere, and it's certainly not going to be talking to the vegetables. That's not a starting point, because it doesn't go anywhere. It's a dead end. And we found that, and we've just expanded this dead end to the point where all of our heads are just swollen with anger, and we can't even think. You gotta change up your strategy. Think about it. What is the first thing you did this morning? I mean, really think about it. That will change your whole day. What you do with your very first breath, your very first thought, that will affect how you feel and what you do and how you're able to operate. And I guarantee you, so many of these people, the first thing they do, check in on Trump. Let's see the liar again. Let's see what new lie he's coming up with. Oh, it's the same lie again? Oh, boom, affirm. Now my day is shit. Now I'm not gonna be able to think. Now I'm not gonna be able to do anything effectively. You know, and you can make fun of it all you want, bro, but don't knock it till you try it. Next time you wake up, read, meditate, draw something, do something, or just sit. Just sit and feel the air going in and out of your lungs. And relax, dude. Get some fresh air. Go outside for a walk. Just breathe. Dude, it's just like, if I put it into a coherent video and blast it all over, I know some people will listen, but it's so much more than just listening. It is material action, you know, and it's gonna be hard. But the last thing you want to do is ridicule someone for being stupid when they have real good intentions and they're trying to come with something different. They're trying to change up the formula. You know, we gotta make waves here, guys, and it's not gonna happen by just saying the same thing. So, you know, like, whether or not you get it, whether or not I'm actually, like, gonna affect it, you know I have a point. Like, you know I have a point. And that's the point. You know, you can't just take that known fact that we've all sat with forever and just say, oh well, this is the way the world works. That's the world we have. No. No, dude. Stop. Just stop. Like, it's it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work anymore. You can't give up on that. You can't just settle for being a good little slave. It's not gonna work no more. My voice is getting really tired, and it is about like 6 minutes left. I want to keep playing this game. I really like this. Um, you know, I have a lot to say about a lot of different things. Um, you know, it's not all just this current shit era of politics in America. Like, I want to talk about Africa and you know what we can learn from other Eastern cultures and what we can all learn from each other. And like, there's so much nuance to get into. So I kind of like this. Even if nobody's gonna watch it, it's still good. You know, this has been kind of fun. Even if I was a little bit angry and just kind of going off, I think I got it off my chest, and I can, you know, properly talk about things now. But I like this format. I like this. Yeah, I'll figure out the audio and stuff. It was probably really not that great in this particular stream, but it's all right. This is a good way for me to just talk about things. So I'll probably end up doing this again whenever I have time. Um, yeah. Think, think, just think, and talk with one another. Talk with people who are good and true, and have morals and have spines. You know, do your best. Believe in yourself. That's a big part of it. People don't like to say it, but it's magic. Believing in yourself is the strongest magic in the world. So I leave you with that. I hope you all have a great day. Whoever is watching this in the distant future. And yeah, have a good one.